Hey friends, it's Paula with Hey Let's Make Stuff, and today we are talking about heat press safety, especially when you have kids that love to help you craft. Now, it doesn't matter if you have a big heat press or a smaller heat press or even a handheld heat press. All of these have safety tips and rules that need to go along with them, especially if you're crafting with children, to make sure that everybody stays safe. So first of all, when you are using any type of heat press, you need to make sure you have a very solid surface for your heat press. Not only is this really important for when you have to apply pressure to whatever it is you're pressing, but you don't want to have it be on something that could possibly tip over or fall over and cause injury or burns. You definitely want it to be a sturdy table or counter and not something like an ironing board or a folding table that flexes against you and isn't quite sturdy enough to handle the pressure of heat presses. I also tell my kids our crafting area is not a playground, so we don't allow any running or horseplay around our crafting area because things can get knocked down and they might accidentally bump into a hot heat press or something like that that could cause burns or injuries, and we definitely want to stay away from that. Now, when I first got this big heat press, I showed it to my kids. We didn't turn it on, but we opened it up, got it out of the box, and I kind of showed them everything about it. So I showed them how the cool drawer pulls out, how that keeps us safe from the heat press. I reminded them that this whole part is so hot, and so they are never to touch that. And we talked about any of the pinch points that might happen. So if it's closing, if it's opening, if your hands are in a certain place, your fingers could get pinched or smushed, and we don't want that to happen. So we kind of explored the machine before it was turned on so they could understand everything about it and know what is safe and what is not. This type of heat press really is not safe for children to use at all. However, smaller heat presses, like the EasyPresses, are usually a good starting point if you have older children who want to start crafting and using a heat press. You always want to make sure at any time that kids are using the heat presses that they have parent supervision or another adult that is supervising that knows how to use the heat press. So the EasyPresses are still got some weight to them. They aren't super light, but they are a little easier for somebody who is 12 years or older to handle. I personally think the EasyPress Mini or other small handheld heat presses like this are a perfect beginner heat press if you have an older child that wants to start learning how to use it, because it's so easy to hold on to manipulate and maneuver while you are crafting. It has a much smaller heat plate, so there's much less of a chance of getting burned or coming in contact with that. I will say that if your children are using any type of heat press, I would highly suggest that they have heat-resistant gloves on. Because they are newer to using them, we want to make sure that they understand how to use them before just kind of setting them loose. So if they have those heat-resistant gloves, if there's any accidental contact with the heat plates or any other hot part of the machines, they run a much lower risk of getting burned. Now, these heat presses still have heat plates that get very hot. So you do have to explain to the kids, hey, all around here on the bottom, even though they have these nice bases for them to sit in, you want to be sure that they understand where the heat comes from and where to keep their hands away from. Now we know the tops of these, this is where we handle them, so those are a safe spot, but kind of anything lower than that, you really don't want them touching, and you want to make them aware of that. Another thing is that whatever table or counter you are using, make sure it is also heat resistant, because while they have these bases that are great for holding the machine, you can still get heat underneath them. So you want to make sure that if you're on a counter, the counter is just the counter. Doesn't have anything on top of it that could possibly heat up to a point of causing any type of fire or smoke or anything like that, or melting. You don't want a plastic tablecloth underneath your heat presses at all. We completely understand that not everybody has a full dedicated craft space. For the longest time, my craft room was my dining room table. That's where I crafted. That's where I had space to craft. So I would have to make sure that my kids knew, hey, no food or drink around any of the machines, including the heat presses. We don't want to ruin our machines, but also it's a safety hazard if any liquid were to fall into or on top of any of our electronic machines. If you have a heat press that opens or closes on its own, You want to make sure that your kids are aware to keep their hands away from that at all times. With the auto presses and some of the other presses that just automatically open and close, we don't want to be last minute reaching our hands in thinking that, oh, we're just going to adjust this real quick. You don't want to do that. So just make sure they know that when it comes to the opening and closing of the press, they keep their hands far, far away. It's also important to remind children that when something is heated on a heat press, when it comes out of the heat press or out from under the heat press, it's hot. It is going to be very, very hot to the touch still. So especially if you're crafting with anything wood, ceramic, that holds heat for a long time and needs to cool down for a long time, you want to make sure that your kids understand that we don't touch the projects right away, that they need time to cool down. Now, if you have kids like mine who just love to be around you when you're crafting, they want to be part of it, they want to craft with you, that is when you can find other jobs for them to do while you're working with the machines like heat presses that they can't use. So for us, I just like to have a little project. Maybe they're going to make a card for a friend or a family member. They're going to color a page. They're just going to do something next to me while I'm crafting so they feel a part of the crafting process. If you have an older child that you can give some fun little easy crafting chores to do, definitely do that. My 12-year-old daughter, when we lay out our designs either on our bags or our pillowcases or our shirts, we get it centered where we want it to be, and then she's in charge of putting the heat resistant tape on the designs to hold them in place so then I can press them. My 11-year-old son is a button pusher. He loves pressing the buttons, whether it's for my Cricut machine to have it cut, whether it's just turning on the heat press, he wants to push those buttons, and so that's kind of his job. So there's always a way to get your children involved without having them using the heat presses or other crafting machines and tools that might be too dangerous. Another thing to remember is to be in a well-ventilated area. First of all, these big machines get really hot. You don't want to be sweating while you're crafting. But also, sometimes when you're heating up a certain material, fumes can be released and you just don't want to have that in a small area where you're not getting fresh air or ventilation. So make sure you're in a well-ventilated area, and also double check the materials you are using. Make sure you're buying them from reputable sources so that you know the materials that you are heating up at high heats are safe to use around yourself and your family. When you're done using your heat press, you need to make sure that you turn it off and unplug it. We don't want to leave any heat presses plugged in where they might accidentally get turned on and then heat up, and then people are not aware that it's hot, and that can cause a burn. Also, while it's cooling down, you still need to be around to supervise it. These big machines, it takes a little while for them to cool down to where they're not going to burn you if touched. And if you're just kind of turning it off and going and children are around the area, that could be a problem. So make sure that you are keeping your kids away from the area while it's cooling down and giving it that chance to cool down. You also want to make sure that your heat presses are stored away when you are not using them, and that they're stored in a safe, sturdy place. You don't want to put it on the edge of a counter or sitting on a chair or on top of a desk. You want it to be put away where it's safe, where little hands can't get to it or knock into it. So these are just some rules and tips that we have come up with when crafting with our kids. And we found that it works really well to keep us all very safe and enjoying the crafting process. Crafting with kids is so much fun, and I always encourage parents to do it. It is such a great way to see their little minds work and watch their creativity flow. So I highly encourage crafting with your kids in a safe way, in a safe space. We hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, we'd love for you to give us a like. If you would like more crafty content, please be sure that you're following us, and thanks so much for joining us.